Hello everybody, it's Mr. Q again. What's up? I hope you guys are staying safe and having fun. Today, I want to go into more detail about one of the churches I mentioned in the last video, the Loretto Chapel. The Loretto Chapel has a very unique feature that I want to talk to you about today. So, take some notes. Hopefully you're going to learn at least 10 things about the Loretto Chapel in Santa Fe, New Mexico. The Loretto Chapel was built around 1878, and the chapel has a second level to it, which was made for the choir, the people who sing during church. So the choir was supposed to go up into the choir loft, and the problem was that there wasn't a lot of space to be able to get up to the loft. They made the loft, but they didn't have an easy way to get into and up to the loft. So they needed some stairs to be built. But because of the space restrictions, they needed a special stairs to be built. And it was very difficult for them to find anybody who was willing to make these special stairs. Here's the outside of the Loretto Chapel. You can see its typical construction made of brick, and you can see the bell tower in the back of the church rising up to sound when church starts. Even though services are still held in the Loretto Chapel, it is mostly a tourist destination where people can come and see the stairwell any time of the day and any time of the week. And then you can buy some souvenirs at the store located next door. So, this church obviously has a priest, but also has a bunch of nuns. And they call these nuns the Sisters of Loretto. And apparently, according to the story, they weren't able to find somebody to finish the staircase. So the nuns prayed for 9 straight days to their patron saint, Saint Joseph. Saint Joseph is the patron saint of carpenters. So they prayed to the saint of carpentry to send somebody to them who could finish this staircase to go to the choir loft. And at the end of the 9 days, a mysterious stranger came, and he volunteered to finish and build this staircase for the church. He worked alone. Nobody helped him. And he only had simple tools to make the staircase. He didn't even have nails. So he worked for 1 day. But that's just the story. It probably took him 6 months. So some people will say, in 1 day he built this special staircase. Probably not. Probably not. It probably took him several months. But the fact is that working by himself with special tools, he was able to finish what they now call the miracle staircase. This is what the staircase looked like when the mysterious carpenter was finished. You can see there's no center pole here, and the staircase appears to simply float from the ground to the choir loft. So, this miracle staircase rises 20 feet, but it's not a straight staircase. It's a spiral staircase, and it turns twice. So it turns twice by the time it gets to the top. Now, what's interesting about this spiral staircase is usually they have a pole in the middle, and all the steps go around that center pole. This staircase does not have that. And most staircases are made with nails, but this staircase is only made of wood, glue, and wooden pegs. So wood, like little round pieces of wood, are pegs, which could be used sort of like a nail. So basically you have to drill a hole, and then you put the peg in there, and then it holds both pieces of wood together. So you have two pieces of wood, right? They can't hold each other together. You drill a hole through both of them, and then you put the peg in there, and now both pieces are stuck together, especially if you glue them. All right? So it's pretty much made out of wood and pegs and glue. And the wood was probably some sort of spruce. We're not really sure exactly. Doesn't really matter, I guess. What matters is that this staircase does not use that center pole, and it doesn't use any nails. And because of this, basically, it's just wood holding wood up. So that's one of the reasons why it's so miraculous. One, it's miraculous because the sisters prayed for 9 days and somebody finally came and made it. And then two, it's miraculous because of the way it was constructed. So to put these two things together makes it a very interesting staircase to go see. So they don't know who this stranger was that built this staircase, but they say that because they prayed to Saint Joseph, that maybe Saint Joseph himself came from heaven to build this staircase for them. And that's why it was such a special staircase. And that's why it didn't need the center pole, it didn't need any nails, because it was made by a saint. Who knows? Maybe that's what happened. Whoever made this staircase, though, did not put any handrails on the staircase. So imagine going up 20 feet in the stairway that goes like this, and there's nothing to hold on to. Because it's not very wide. You know, steps are normal steps like this. So it was kind of scary for people to use the stairs. And so later on, they added some handrails to the stairs. So the handrails were not a part of the original construction of the staircase, but they're there now for safety and to make it less scary. Here you can see the stairwell as it is today, with the handrails to make it less scary and to make it much safer to get from the ground up to the choir loft. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed learning about the Loretto Chapel today and its miraculous staircase. Remember, the Loretto Chapel was built around 1878, and the miraculous staircase was built around 1880. And it's miraculous because of three different aspects. One, it's miraculous because the sisters of Loretto, the nuns that work there, prayed for 9 whole days that someone would come and build these stairs so they can safely and easily get to the choir loft. 2, it's miraculous because somebody came at the end of those 9 days and built it. And it could have been Saint Joseph himself, the patron saint of carpenters, who came to build this staircase. And if it was him, that would explain why the third miraculous part of it is that it was not made with a center pole or any nails. And the majority of this staircase is held up by itself with very little support outside of its own structure. So these 3 factors makes for an interesting tale of the Loretto Chapel staircase, and how this mysterious person came and built it all by himself with very simple tools and with no nails. It probably took him about 6 months. We don't really know, because some stories say he built it overnight and some stories say it took him 8 months. So it probably took him a few months to finish this staircase. It wouldn't be very easy to finish very quickly, for sure. And I want you guys to think about today, if there's anything in your life that you need, that you would like somebody to come do for you. Do you need somebody to come do your homework for you? And what would that look like if they did, right? Do you need somebody to build you a new home because you don't like your home now? You can talk about what your house would look like. Anything, it doesn't matter, guys. Just have fun with this. Just anything that you can think of that you would like that somebody can make for you or do for you. Write that down, at least 5 to 10 sentences, and then share with your classmates. See what kind of interesting things they would have make for them. All right, guys. Keep staying safe and having fun, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.